Hey guys, it's Erin. I've had a couple questions about using the Norwex Mop and people wanting to know more about it. I know for some of you, you were really excited to get it and then can't remember how to use it or what you should be doing with it. Others want to teach somebody else in the household, so I'm going to go ahead and show you all the parts today. If you've just received your mop in the mail, you are going to find a mop head. This is the large size mop head. There is also a small size mop head. And you are going to see a mop handle. You're going to use the little green buttons right on here to insert it into the top. Press them down, slide it in, and you'll know it's engaged when they click into place. While I'm here, I just want to show you that this mop head should be able to rotate completely like this. There is a little green locking button, and it actually says lock on it. And if you flip that down like this, that will mean that the mop head can now only rotate in one direction. If you're mopping your floors, that's not a good thing, but if you're using your mop to clean outside windows, or if you're using it to, let's say, dust walls, that's a great feature. So I'm going to go ahead and unlock it so we can use it for mopping the floors today. One of the nice things about the mop is that it is adjustable and can go down to small enough that my 8-year-old can use it quite readily, up through quite tall. So you want to adjust it to the right height for you. The easiest way to do this is to actually step on the base and twist it counterclockwise. And if you actually look down here, you'll see it'll say open and close. Twist it counterclockwise, pull it to the height you want. Typically about chin level works well for most people. And then turn it clockwise just to tighten it back up. Now I'm ready to put a mop pad on. First one I'm going to use is the dry pad. This is going to serve as a dust mop and also kind of like a broom. The yellow pad is your dust mop. You can either push it on here like this, or you can actually just drop it onto the floor. Pull it back here so you can actually see it. All the way across the room, and then you can actually just press into it like that and press it down and the Velcro will attach. When you use this, you're going to be picking up not only the sort of dust on the floor, it's amazing for hair, both human and pet hair. Here's my little list. Hi. And you're going to want to use it though in a figure 8 motion. By doing that, you're going to collect all of the dirt and any sort of larger debris that may not be picked up into the microfiber itself, but you'll end up with a pile at the end that you can pick up. So when I talk about this figure 8 figure, it might be a little bit tricky with a newly mobile baby, but you're basically going to want to do this motion. Look, it picks up twice too. Are you chasing it? So I end up with a few pieces of debris down there, and I end up with a mop pad that has picked up dirt and hair and dust from my floor. One of the ways to remember this, yellow for dusting. Yellow is dry like the sun. When we next move on to wet mopping the floor, we're going to use the blue. Think of it as blue for water. If you have a mop and you do not have one of the Norwex rubber brushes, get yourself one. They're amazing. I will use this over the trash can to brush this mop pad off, and that'll mean that I can go ahead and use my mop pad again on some other area of the house, or I can just hang it up until I'm ready to use it next time. It's really nice not having to wash the pad every time. So this is the dry pad, rubber brush. You can also use this rubber brush on upholstered furniture or dog beds or anything else you'd want to get off pet hair, and it works spectacularly well. So I've just brushed this off with the rubber brush. You can see it's nice and clean, the hair has been removed. The other thing that's really nice is the rubber brush increases the static electricity, so you get even better sort of dust picking up power with this. So now I'm going to go ahead and switch over to the wet mop pad, which is the blue pad. I'm going to go and get this wet in the sink and wring it out, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I have gotten this pad wet. Just with water. You don't need to use any cleaning products with this. So I've gotten the pad wet now with just water in the sink, and I've wrung it out. You don't need to use any other cleaning products. With this, just the water and the Norwex microfiber are going to clean your floors. So in order to put this on the Velcro, again, I just like to throw it down on the floor and then push my mop head onto it. And there you go. So it's damp, and I use it I go in sections and I mop the floor like so. I like to apply a fair bit of pressure so that I know that the mop is making full contact, and I can see that the floor is damp, but it's not wet, and it'll dry relatively quickly after I'm done. So I'll go around the entire kitchen like this. You can do anywhere with hardwood floors. You can also do tile. You'll start to notice the pad changing color. It will get dirtier, obviously, as it picks up the dirt off the floor. You can go ahead and rinse this out, wring it back out, and reuse it again and keep going. One of the things I really like about this is because it has the back lock and isn't going to allow bacteria to just sit and breed in it. If I've only mopped a small area, sometimes there might be a spill in the kitchen or just the area in front of the stove is kind of greasy. I'll pull my mop out and just mop that one section really quickly as I'm doing cleanup in the evenings. And I'll rinse this out, wring it out, and then I'll just hang it to dry. So you don't necessarily need to launder it every time. Obviously, if you've done a lot of cleaning with it and you feel like it's time for a good washing, throw it in with the rest of your microfiber Norwex laundry and wash it. Again, no bleach, no fabric softeners or the biggies, and you definitely don't want to wash it with anything linty. So my preferred way is to do one load of microfiber each week. Let me know if you have any questions. Feel free to post them on the video below, and I would love to help you make the most use of your mop. Enjoy. I wanted to share a couple quick tips with you to sort of take your mop usage to even the next level. One is this. This is actually what the end of the mop handle normally looks like. And this is a travel and fiber cloth. It's just a small square of the microfiber. So I put that on there. I secure it with just an average old rubber band over the top. And what this gives me is if there's a little spot on the floor that something is really ground in, some sort of dirt from my kids or dog, something really sticky, I can just flip this over and scrub it a little bit with the end right there. So that's a great, useful and inexpensive tip to save you from having to get down on your hands and knees to try and scrub off your floor when you're mopping. Another quick tip that you can use to sort of dust your baseboards at the same time that you're dust mopping your floors is that instead of putting the mop head down right on the middle of the pad like you might normally do, you can actually put it off to the side. And by doing that, you basically create this little flap up here, and you can run it right along the edge. So then when I mop, I'm also picking up any dust and hair that might be waiting for me on that ledge.